What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode. Episode 15 of the NFL Week 18.
Yeah!
I'm going to introduce our host today, the one and only Joe Special Teams Spollery.
The goal is good by this many inches. As many inches as maybe Nick is. I don't know.
No!
Accusations now.
Says the guy that dropped Mason Crosby and dropped Matt Gay and dropped all the fucking kickers who are the only ones that can make kicks on your team.
Well, I mean, if we saw the Giants versus the Rams, 47-yard or 52-yarder for Crosby, and he fucking point that wide.
He only did that so that way we'd have to play out the season, and we have to win out the season.
Oh,
that's
Lord. Why. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Okay.
He had a little bit of bitterness. I don't blame him. I love Mason Crosby.
Shout out to Crosby.
Respect, baby.
One of the Packers' all-time kickers.
Obviously, I'm your host, Nick the Shark Herbst. Today, guys, we wanted to bring you a special episode because if you cannot already see Aaron the Hammer Quillen is MIA. We know he's not dead, that's for sure, but he might be dead to us. Like, he just keeps missing episodes.
Whoa.
His heart's not in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a special episode brought to you by Toxic Masculinity, where we're going to talk about our friends. We're going to talk about them incognito so you don't know who they are. We're also just going to discuss life, things that are happening in lives, you know, like things that are going on. And we're going to kind of switch up this podcast. This is no longer sports today, okay? This episode is going to be whatever the hell we feel like. I like that. I don't know what that was, but I felt the power coming through. In case you didn't know, we talk all the time. We have quite a bit of friends. When I was in Las Vegas, passed out, hit the floor, boom, died, went to the hospital. I was there with Joe. You know, everybody was there. We've been through things like that. We went to college together, Joe and I. Joe, let's tell them about our backstory. How about that? Let's do an orientation story.
Freshman orientation.
Order in the court. Joe, how did we meet? Do you remember?
Yeah, it's one of our elective classes that we had back in good old San Fran, greatest city in the world. I can't understand you.
But is it?
Well, I mean, that's what everyone tells me. That's what the tourism commercials tell me. Anyway, I remember we met there, and mutual friend through Colt, mutual friend through a couple other people that can go unnamed right now. And just took off from there, and just like it's like a firecracker in a fucking cow's ass. It just fucking exploded. And you know what? Unlike a firecracker in a cow's ass, it never came down.
Damn. Speaking of a cow's ass, how's your mom?
Whoa.
Ah!
We're going there, huh?
No, I'm just kidding. Your mom's a beautiful lady, but I would definitely tap that cow. As most men would. So, long time coming. Joe, I think we should just jump right into it, right? Or should we go deep, or should we just be sporty? What should we do?
Well, half and half is what I'm thinking.
All right. Well, let's talk about the Raiders and how shitty they are, since Aaron's not here to defend himself. Fucking asshole.
I'm not.
Oh God! Oh shit!
What happened here?
What is up?
Busted.
Good Lord Almighty! Yeah, we're busted. Yeah.
Busted. Can you put the meme in there where it's like busted?
No, I'll do that. Yep. I'll do that.
Oh, Aaron, nice of you to join us. Fucking guy. What are you doing all night?
You gotta remember that you're 2 hours ahead of me too.
It's 10:38.
Right. Your time. Your time.
Yeah, what were you doing?
I was eating. Just chilling.
Were you eating a cow, aka Joe's mother?
That's fucked up.
Oh, you missed the whole bit because you weren't here. No.
Okay.
What were you eating? For real?
I had a burger. Pretty good.
Where? What'd you have? Come on. Give us some details.
For members. It was good.
With who?
Just myself. I just went down there. Had some dinner. Yeah.
Okay.
Fighting,
We'll
a,
allow it. We'll allow it.
fighting a violent hangover all day, so we've been slow moving and just chilling.
I guess we might as well as call you Sean.
Oh, what the
We were
fuck?
gonna talk. We were gonna actually. This episode was gonna not be geared towards sports. Because no offense, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just saying because you were late. We were just gonna be like, oh, let's just talk about life and like shit about our friends because like that's what we always do, right? Like just normal stuff.
Yeah.
And that
Like
was
how
my next
bad Nick
point.
is in Apex. I mean, it's pretty standard.
No, yeah. Fuck you. I'm better than you at Apex. You want me to show the screens? Pull up the screenshots.
Oh, I got the screen. Oh, I got the
Producers,
images.
pull up the
Well,
screenshots.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Please, thank you. Let's see
Yeah.
him. Let's see him.
My phone's not working right now. God damn it. But if it
God.
was,
Anyways, everyone, let's just talk like we're regular friends for a while because we're only kind of just regular friends now. So
Kind of.
whatever.
I don't know you guys. Who the fuck
My
are
heart
you?
breaks.
really ain't no talent.
It's not like all 9 viewers. There's only one that actually watches. So let's just talk about the one that actually watches.
Right?
Shout out to Pops.
Shout
up,
out.
If you haven't heard yet,
What up, Pops?
Randy Herbst 1337 or whatever his name was won a free trip. Actually, he didn't win a trip. He won a free stay at the
Yeah.
Herbst house here at the Sharks house in Nashville, Tennessee. Let's go. Good job,
Oh, Lord.
Randy.
It's like almost as good as winning the lottery.
Dude, it's
It's
pretty
almost
close. I
like
mean,
he was the
wow.
only entry. I mean, you
Uh-huh,
know.
uh-huh.
Hey,
Hey, when you're the only viewer, you get some special
Mhm,
prizes
mhm.
sometimes.
When
okay?
you view
Yep.
stuff, yeah, absolutely. You see
Yeah.
we
these
fed beard cream
undisclosed
to that other
sweepstakes.
guy that watched. Remember in the harmonica and stuff? He won. Oh, was that was Randy? Oh,
I think that was PF
my
California guy.
Was that
my
his
producers
alias?
are saying that's the same guy.
Was that his alias?
All right, but let's just let's just talk about something different, for a while.
Nick, how
anyone
did
got
you
any-
become a Packer fan?
Me? That's a good question.
I was
Everyone's
born
like,
into
oh,
it. Though.
like, well, all the Tennessee people out here are like, oh, you like the Packers? I'm like, yeah, and they're like, where are you from? Aren't you from California? I'm like, yeah, I'm from California. I was like, but I was born with cheese in my veins.
Are they pretty
Oh.
neutral? Are they
You
pretty
should
neutral about
probably get
Packer
that
fans?
checked out.
Well, it's
Yeah,
when I
agree.
bleed, it's a slow bleed, so I don't bleed out. That's
Yeah, the
that's
cheese,
thing,
the cheese
It's like very
clots
slow. It's like
up the blood.
yeah.
Are they pretty
My arteries
neutral
are fine.
about Packer fans in Tennessee?
Yeah, but they don't mind too much. Everyone's pretty neutral. And then also there's a lot of transplants here. It's all Californians who are
Yeah.
either 49er fans or all actually, believe it or not, Packer fans. And then there's some Chicago fans that like trickle down here.
Well, look, when I was there
like you
for
said,
my
it's a
30th
melting pot.
birthday, and I was wearing my Raiders jersey, we actually got stopped a lot, like by like other Raider fans who were out too.
You're correct, but that doesn't count because we're on Broadway, and everyone on Broadway
That's the public area, the tourist
Yeah.
area. Yeah.
We were still in Nashville.
Aaron's like, hey, yeah. To Aaron's point,
counts.
he's like,
I don't
hey,
give a shit. It still
Aaron,
counts. Like it
Aaron,
happened.
kudos. Yes,
We
I
were
agree
in a
with you.
different state. It still happened. It still counts.
The other day, this guy was at work, and I'm not going to go into too much details because I don't know what my implication is. But his kids were there, and it was a New Year's show, and they were running around like crazy. And one of them was in a McCaffrey jersey, and he's like, "I've been coming to this place for years." I was like, "No, you haven't. Shut up." Your kid's in a McCaffrey jersey, like run up the stairs. Anyways, so Dad was born and raised in a small town called Park Falls, Wisconsin.
Park
My
Falls.
dad-
Shout out to Park Falls.
Shout out Park Falls, baby. Run them up. Great place to go fishing, all around there. And so naturally, Dad was in the Air Force because that's what you got to do when you're the oldest of 5 kids and you're like, God damn, I got to get out of here. He moves to California, sleeps with my mom.
Whoa. We didn't say
Now,
that. We didn't
my
say
mother, the patron saint of all mothers, she had 3 miscarriages before she had me. So I was born May 8th on Mother's Day as her gift. Okay, let's give it up.
No.
Really?
That's
I didn't know that.
That's a
Okay.
good story right there. Okay?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I never bought her a present for Mother's Day because I was like, I am the
the president.
That's a true story.
Sorry to steal your thunder. I apologize.
Yeah.
That's all right. So
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be a mom.
yeah. You better love it.
Well, hold on.
So,
She had second chance with Jake.
she had a second chance with Jake, and we all know how that turned out. No, I'm just kidding.
I know, terrible. Yeah, no.
Jake, I love you. Just kidding. But
Shout out to Jake.
So, anyways, Dad obviously was strong rooted, and he still was like in love with the Packers. So when we were born, we were literally born into like Packers jerseys and stuff. Like they like popped out of the vagina straight into a jersey, and boom, Packer fans. And we've been Packer fans since we can,
The three most infectious fans: the Packers, the Steelers, and the Eagles. Just disgusting. You see these fans everywhere, man. Just
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but that's because most of us have actual reasons to be there. The other half don't. They just want to be part of winning teams.
I would point out the Packers
Fair-
is part of the
bandwagon.
history of football. One of the first founders of the National Football League in 1918 or 1919. You guys were founded in 1918, but you weren't in court till 1919. That's why I'm saying that. So we're talking about one of the oldest historic.
hold this up.
Okay.
Can you read that?
All these world champions that don't count. Hey, Aaron, how many world champions does the Raiders have? 0. Why? Because they didn't exist when they were there. Nick,
Come on,
I'm
come
teasing.
on.
You know I'm teasing.
We're getting off subject here. Okay, so anyways, that's how we became Packer fans. We stayed Packer fans, tried and true. Doesn't matter where we're at. We were born.
What's your
into
favorite
it.
cheese?
Munster.
Munster?
Yeah, no one likes
I think-
Munster. I love Munster.
I think we had that conversation during the off season.
That sounds a
Your
little
favorite
familiar. I
cheese.
agree with you on that,
Yeah.
Aaron. Yeah.
I remember you saying Munster.
Enough about talking about me. Let's talk about you, Joe. Joe, why are you a Rams fan?
Yeah.
Well, I grew up in the Rams household. My dad was, obviously an active fan of my formerly deceased father. Huge fan of what he was rooting for. He rooted for the greatest show on turf, which was, let's be honest here, the greatest
lie.
show on freaking turf.
A lie. Yeah.
A lie? No.
We get
So, just watching, Marshall Falk and Torrey Holt and,
Was your
Kurt
dad
Warner.
from St. Louis? Where are the Rams originally from?
They were no, they were born in LA.
Well, that's what I said.
Yep. Shout
don't-
out,
Don't
Aaron.
tell me no.
Shout out, Aaron. And then they went to
Shout
St.
out,
Louis in what was it, 89, I think, or 92, somewhere around there. And then they came back in 2016. But but yeah, it's like the great show on turf. We're talking about Kurt Warner, an underdog, Torrey Holt, another underdog, Marshall Falk, another underdog. It was just a great fucking team to root for.
Sorry, who? Torrey Holt?
Torrey Holt.
Torrey Holt?
I know
Torrey
Torrey Holt.
Yeah.
I drafted him in the third round in 2000 when he stopped
think-
playing 2000 16?
2000.
no
Was it 2016?
or right before that somewhere around that period.
Yeah, it was a couple years after he retired.
He is up for NBA or NFL Hall of Fame. So that's all good.
That's one of the downsides of drafting on an actual whiteboard with a bunch of guys is like
Mhm.
if you fuck up, you fuck up.
Long story short,
Yeah.
watch the Rams through the mediocre years of Bart Bolger, and then
Mhm.
when Steven Jackson was the guy, and we drafted 20 fucking quarterbacks. We had check down Keenum at one time. Nick, I know you remember me mentioning check down Keenum at one point.
He's the
And
boy,
then
dude.
all of a sudden, the franchise takes a turn. We draft Aaron Donald. We hire Sean McVay at 25 years,
I asked how you got started, not how you
28
ended
years
up.
of age. Anyway, well, I was a fan throughout
I mean,
the
what else did
terrible
you
fucking
expect?
years. I was
Yeah,
a fan
Jesus.
throughout the terrible fucking years. It comes to a conclusion here, my friend. My dad dies in 2021. The Los Angeles Rams win a Super Bowl in 2022. So a fitting outcome
Yeah.
to a fitting story.
Yeah, I mean, hey, respect. You
Yeah,
gotta like what you
gorgeous.
gotta like, you know.
Aaron
At least you
Donald got
stayed
the
true.
final sack on 4th and 2 on Joe Burrow. He should have been NFL Super Bowl MVP, but another story for another day. We transition
Okay.
to
All right.
Avon.
All right. So I want to ask this real quick before we get to Aaron's backstory.
Yeah, go for it, baby.
Has anyone ever actually rooted for a whole season for another team that they weren't born into? Out of us? No? Yeah. Unless we had like money on it and it wasn't like rooting against your own
I'm
team.
about to
yeah.
say like, yeah, gambling or
No,
something.
I mean
like
like
that.
actually like picked a different team for a season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not the
Yeah.
Cowboys, that's for sure. I'm sure all three of us could agree on that.
No, I mean,
Well, yeah.
since I really started watching football, no.
So Aaron, how about since you did, why are you a Raiders fan?
Why am I a Raiders fan? Well, just like you guys, my dad.
There we go.
My grandpa was also a Raiders fan. My grandma tried to get me to be a Broncos fan, and then my mom tried to get me to be a Niners fan. So there are actually a couple like pictures of me being like a little kid, and like there's one I think I was like 4 or 5, and I have like a bunch of Niners shit on, and then there's one of me when I'm like 6, and I have a Broncos hat on.
The Bronco
Oh,
fan is
God.
wild. That's left field, bro. That's crazy.
To be fair, like I didn't really pick a team at that point. I really wasn't paying attention. I was just wearing whatever anybody gave me, and then because of my dad,
Yeah, of course, none of us
like
do.
I would actually sit down with him and watch games. And he was a Raider fan, and then that was when we had Rich Ganning, Tim Brown, Jerry Rice, all those guys on the team. Then we, tuck rule game happens, right? So my dad starts getting pissed off. And then the next year we lose the Super Bowl so badly to the Buccaneers. And after that game was over, the Super Bowl, my dad gets up and goes, "I'm done." Next day he gives me all those Raiders hats and shit. And so he stopped watching football, and I stuck just being a Raider fan ever since then.
Aaron, it sounds like your grandpa grew up in the glory days of Al Davis of the 70s.
Yeah,
and 80s.
he did.
Exactly.
He grew up in the Bay Area too.
Oh, okay. So
the
double,
Yay area, yeah.
The Yay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So there was like, especially in high school, and after I started driving, I would go over to my grandparents' house, almost every Sunday, go watch the games with him. So yeah, I mean, and then we talked about it before. I've only watched the Raiders ever lose, and for whatever reason, I'm just right there. I like the punishment, I guess.
There was that one year. There was definitely one year I felt for you guys. Is when you guys had like an 11-5 record, and you guys win the wild card where Derek Carr was injured. 12. Okay, thank you. 12-4.
12-4, and Derek Carr broke his.
I am sorry. I lost by one game.
We were.
You guys were dialed.
We were Super Bowl favorites that year. Derek Carr was in talks for being the MVP, and then breaks his leg.
That fucking sucks.
Fucking. I've been saying.
I just wish you guys had
Jarrett
Stidham as the backup.
I've been saying for the last couple of years.
Shit.
Yeah, I've been saying for the last couple of years, we're just cursed. Like we're cursed at this point.
That's fair.
I believe that we're cursed.
You guys and the Jets are just cursed, right?
Well, apparently,
Aaron Rodgers.
Everyone that's on that team or that has been on that team is also cursed, except for Max Crosby, right?
Yeah.
Well, allegedly, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. That brings me to my next point. Josh Jacobs, how many yards does he have?
Yeah, I already looked. I gotta get your address. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Where's my fucking whiskey?
I looked it up. It looks like I'm gonna be able to just send it to you straight from the website. So I'll do that after payday.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Respectfully, Aaron. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying.
I was rooting for you, Aaron. But yeah.
I know. It was starting to look like it was gonna be on track before he got injured.
Yeah, well, that's what I was claiming a couple things that he would get injured. Two. He's just not that running back. He's just not that guy. He's not that guy.
He is that guy.
What's number 3? Do we have number 3?
The offensive line is always going to be weak.
Number 3. Okay, what's number 4? Okay, I don't know if we have number 4, but I just want to.
Why we keep going with the numbers? I'm talking 1, 2, 3, baby. Come down, baby.
I will give it to you that you called it. He would get injured, but he still is that guy. You're wrong about that.
Aaron, I agree with you. He's still that guy.
Yeah.
Good team.
Oh, that's cute. That's how you guys feel about Ezekiel.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa. Why are you putting words in my mouth?
Josh Jacobs.
Why are you putting words in my mouth?
I'm just saying.
I do not feel that way about Zeke. Zeke
had
one
character.
good year.
Same character, different game, baby. Same character, different game. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Watch
See-
watch next year. What how many more years is on his contract, you know?
Jacobs, he's
I think he's done
free
after
agent.
this year, right?
Yeah, because he's playing on a franchise tag this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so where does he go next year where he doesn't do anything, just like Zeke?
Oh, where he goes somewhere, he does something. The Los Angeles Rams under Sean McVay's playoff scheme, baby.
But you don't need him to. You got Kieran Williams or whatever. That guy's fucking fire.
Two-headed monster.
Where he'll be secondary and he still won't get.
Bingo. He'll still get his 1,000. He'll still get his
Yeah, and
1,000.
he's that guy. He got 800 rushing yards this year, dude. What are you talking about? Okay, whatever. All right.
We'll see.
Anyways, once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe, and I'm admitting it.
First show.
I couldn't quit that shit. Okay, so I'm spinning it.
Good,
But, huh?
I'm sorry, I was trying to rhyme off of you, but you already rhymed off yourself.
You know, it's a real song, Joe, that he was singing, right?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not familiar.
Sorry.
Anyways, all right. Let's stop bullshitting. All right, Joe, run us through the playoff picture real quick.
Yeah. Go ahead. We got the special teams run through of the playoffs. Okay.
Let's go. Run through.
Long story short, if you haven't clinched a fucking position yet, win your fucking game. You help yourself out, okay? I'm not going to go through all the fucking situations where, the Bills have to win this game, and then the Steelers have to lose this game, and Arctic 3 has to lose against LSU. No, we're not doing any of that. That's fine. Let's go through the
Why are you
playoff picture right
yelling?
now, baby. AFC, Baltimore Ravens are clinched. First round bye, blessed. Lamar Jackson, MVP, blessed. Beautiful.
Not MVP.
Okay, hold on. Okay, stop with the fucking bless bullshit. Shut the fuck up and just run through the list.
Think you said
Blessed.
not the
Amen.
Shut the
MVP.
fuck up, Joe.
Yeah, he's not blessed. Calm down.
Okay, and we got the Miami Dolphins that are allegedly in it, although they haven't beaten any team. Anyway, this is what we're
The
looking at right now.
Dolphins are falling apart. They're not gonna make it.
They are.
Everyone knows it.
Kansas City
Oh.
Chiefs, they clinched their division. Jacksonville Jaguars are in the lead, but who knows with this Sunday? Like I said, I'm not going to go through the scenarios. Win your game, improve your chances, okay? Cleveland Brown, the hottest team in the AFC, outside the Baltimore
Yeah.
Ravens. Oh, Joe Flacco. Oh my goodness. It's been beautiful. He's just fucking slinging the ball. I mean, what does he do? Sling for 300 yards in the first half of the Jets game. Then he starts like nodding off on the bench. And he just
Yeah.
falls out of control, man. Oh
Let me-
my goodness.
So one of my friends, let's call her Reindeer. Reindeer is a hardcore Browns fan, and
All right.
she said after Joe Flacco's been doing his thing, she's like, if they go to the Super Bowl, I will get Brownie, their stupid idiot fucking elf mascot, tattooed on her ass. And I said,
Oh,
nice.
let's go.
I
Let's go.
said,
baby.
I swear to God, I'm going to hold you to that. Because if they do go to the Super Bowl, which they might, I want you to get that tattoo on your ass. 'Cause that'd be
Oh.
hilarious.
Love you.
Dude, Joe Flacco. I mean, it's like, do you just bench Deshaun Watson next season and just start Joe Flacco? I mean,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah, you
my,
do.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, hey, in a perfect world, yes, you would, right?
balling
but-
out of control at 38
But you got to
years of
remember,
age.
you have to remember the Browns are fucking dumb. They're dumb, and they're
They were-
paying.
You know what,
they're
Aaron? They were
paying
stupid
Deshaun
enough.
Watson
Aaron.
so much fucking money.
Aaron,
Yeah.
they're
Like,
stupid
I
enough to
don't see
sign
them-
Joe Flacco. So obviously they're doing something good.
Joe, my guy.
No, you're
let-
not listening.
let
It's
Aaron get his
yeah,
words
we
in.
know
Come
that.
on, man.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Let Aaron
Yes.
get his words in.
They
Hey,
signed
I
Joe
apologize.
Flacco. Obviously, they needed a quarterback, and it just so happens Joe Flacco, because he didn't play well with the Jets, right? So he obviously found a team that he could play good with. But what I'm saying is, yes, the Browns should start Joe Flacco next season, but because they're so fucking dumb and they're paying Watson so much money, they're not going to. They're going to start Watson.
The
I
history,
understand.
yeah.
They have to pay. I mean, yeah, the reality is they have to start
So-
Watson.
Here's the kicker. What if Joe Flacco builds up his career so hard and maybe he wins the Super Bowl this year? He goes to the fucking Raiders, dude.
And the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I wouldn't be mad about it.
1 year
I
deal,
mean,
40
as long as
million.
as long as he plays as well as he's doing right now, you know.
Well,
Or
I mean,
who knows? Who knows? Ultimately, it's up to him too, right? Because he's only on he has on a contract for this year,
He's
right?
having the time of
Yeah.
his life right now.
So I mean, he's got nothing
why
to
not?
lose.
Why not retire after a Super Bowl win if they do it? You know,
Yeah.
he
And he
could
goes
do
Well,
that
unless he
too.
just loves
team.
playing football.
He goes and joins the team with like 2 star wide receivers, aka fucking Devontae Adams,
Jacoby Myers and Devontae.
yeah,
Adams,
Jacoby, yeah. I mean, that's a strong
Oh,
possibility in my opinion.
Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely not opposed to that. I really am
Moving
not.
on, AFC playoff picture. I love the passion, guys. I really do, because we're going to get into Cleveland Browns a little bit later. But the Buffalo Bills, who have all of a sudden turned their season around. Like, what the hell is going on here? Crazy. The Colts are in. The last 2 teams on the hunt for the last 2 playoff spots that the Buffalo Bills and the Colts, Indianapolis Colts occupied. Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Indianapolis Colts and Texans and Steelers are all at 9-7. So depending on winning and outwage and what happens with other fucking teams is what happens to get them into the playoffs.
I just want to say how I don't have any faith in the Colts because
What,
they don't have a team.
Minshew-mania? Come
They
on,
don't.
brother.
They don't have a well-rounded team to me. Like their offense is sloppy. It's like Jonathan Taylor reliant, and then also when it's not him, they find a way to win. But it's also that's unreliable, right? I mean, their
Yeah, my
defense is a
opinion,
little
Buffalo-
bit weak, and their
Buffalo
secondary
Bills.
you can kind of like tear that thing up if you have the right team. So yeah. Anyways, I wanted to add that. Go ahead, keep going. You can keep going.
Oh, you're good, Aaron. Any thoughts? Anything to add there? Yeah, so basically everything's up for grabs between the Bills, the Colts, the Texans, and the Steelers for the last 2 wild card slots in the AFC.
Okay, the Texans with CJ Stroud, who just came back and he was like hurt, and then Nico Collins is his number 1 guy because Tank Dell got hurt and whatever. He's out for the season. Come on, man. Come on.
No.
I mean that one should be written to the Bills. Your stupid Bills.
It should
Although
be, but
they're
we
also
can't.
ginormous fuck ups. They're inconsistent too.
That's what I'm saying. We can't count on them. Like when we try to count on them, we can't, and then when we don't, it's like vice versa. You know, it's like a whole switcheroo.
That's a Russian roulette game right there.
Yeah.
Who's in the chamber? Like
Never bet on the Bills. I think that's the bottom line with DraftKings or whatever. Don't bet on the Bills, right?
Yeah.
All right, NFC. We have a little bit more clear perspective here. Well, clear depending on terms. Somehow the Niners had the first fucking round bye.
Not somehow. The Niners are dominant, dude.
Fucking trash AF, whatever. Dallas Cowboys are number 2. And we got the Detroit Lions at number 3. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers currently number 4 as a division leader of the NFC South because they lead them. But that could change. Long story short, win your games, you increase your chances. I'm not putting up the fucking layout, okay? NFC South is wide open. The Philadelphia Eagles have secured themselves at 5, even though losing 4 games in a fucking row. Yeah. Eagles, we got some shit to talk about them later, but we'll talk about them later. Or you want to go ahead, Nick.
Let's touch on the North real quick since that's what I enjoy.
Well, we haven't got to the North yet. Oh, we did. I'm sorry, the Lions. I apologize.
Yeah. So you just said they pulled it off. I think it's the first time in don't quote me, but 30 years or something.
It's 30 years. It's 30 years. Yep, since the Lions won. So can we get a shout out to the Lions for actually doing something good? I will
give, as your dumbass says, which I hate the saying, but give them flowers or whatever, all that bullshit.
Give them the love tonight.
But listen, Linda, listen. Based on watching them play and watching the Packers play, I think we're just as good, if not better. We just came on a little late.
Whoa!
What do you mean? Whoa!
No,
it's not a hot take. I want to read you a stat real quick. Jordan Love in the passing game.
Give him the love.
30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions.
Dog.
Jared Goff, 28 touchdowns, 12 interceptions.
Dog. Semi-dog.
I mean,
that's why we traded him away.
He's only right. Anyway, he's right there. But now I want to put it into this perspective. talking as a Packer fan, yeah, we're the youngest team and all that stuff. Jared Goff had more targets that were semi-established compared to our brand new fucking team. Okay, and Jordan Love's already pulling.
Brown.
Jordan Love is already pulling this off. Guess what? I predict right now. I'm going to tell you right now here on this podcast. The Lions won't win the NFC North for another 30 years. I will be 62 years old before that fucking happens. Guaranteed. I'm telling you right now. That's how it's going to be.
All right, we're putting it on the board, Nick. We're coming back to the Packers, but we'll put it on the board for you, brother.
Okay, all right. That's all I want to say about that. And you know what? Congratulations to the Lions. Like I'm not.
Can we give a shout out to the Lions real quick? I mean,
we already
I know
did. I'm not giving them another one. They only get one.
We've been doing it.
Like a little round of applause, baby. I mean,
they only get one. And I also want to say we're still kings of the North. It does not fucking matter. Like I mean,
well, I mean, you're gonna be.
We beat our rivals, and when we hopefully beat our rivals this coming week, we'll be in the playoffs again, and we'll see what happens then. You know what I'm saying? But like, we're still the kings of the North. Okay. Anyways, continue.
You know, so after Nick's 10-minute spiel here, if I can get below the NFC North tier winners.
Okay, like are you really gonna give him shit about like saying something when it takes you fucking 20 minutes to say 2 sentences?
Aaron, I have one. Aaron, I have one
I'm
answer
just adding on to the conversation, Joe.
Jesus Christ.
Aaron, I have one answer for you. Absolutely. Anyway.
That's fair.
We have the Philadelphia Eagles. Like I said, we're going to talk about them later. But also we have, I don't know, the Los Angeles Rams clinch wild card berth after everyone said, oh my goodness, we're going to be fucking trash, gutter bullshit. But anyway, I'm moving past.
You still don't have a strong offensive line, so like you're vulnerable.
Well, stronger than last year, so we'll take it. And
you're vulnerable.
The last wild card spot in the NFC is up for grabs. Right now, the Packers are in the lead. The other teams that have potential to get there: the Seattle Seahawks, the New Orleans Pelicans. I'm sorry, the Saints. I'm getting my sports mixed up here. And then Atlanta Falcons, although all because of the NFC North and how fucking terrible Tampa Bay is at 8-8. So if the Packers win out against the Bears, they win out. They're in the playoffs. They face the Dallas Cowboys in the first round on the road. So there is a chance. I mean, Nick, I'll be honest with you. I didn't think the Packers would have this opportunity. I'll be honest with you. But Jordan Love has been balling out of control the last month and a half. He has looked like a dog. No questions asked. I mean, fucking balling. I mean, your defense, what was it? Matt Brady? Yeah, Matt Brady. I knew it was Matt Brady, who is just not really calling up the plays that Brady needs to be calling on the defensive end, according to PFCA guy. Brady has just been doing terrible. So, I mean, any thoughts on that? I mean, I guess
I got thoughts.
I guess we're just hoping to outscore the Bears and not defend them.
I got thoughts on that. Matt Brady, I don't know who the fuck that guy is, but he'd probably be better than Joe Barry. Let me tell you that.
Holy shit, Joe. Oh my
I did it on purpose, Aaron.
Yeah, no,
he did
okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, Nick, we went.
You made like 4 mistakes in that whole little fucking rant just now.
Nick, we went through it. We're good.
Yeah, sure. Okay, we went through it. Yeah. So I'm gonna just piggyback. Matt Brady would be a better defensive coordinator than Joe Barry. That no questions asked, because all we do is play soft coverage, and we already talked about this. So I don't want to reiterate it. Everyone's always talking about this. Although I did say this, I think, before it got mainly publicized. I just want to go on record saying I called it. Gotta have a stronger defense, okay? We have our defensive problems. We have Jair Alexander causing a ruckus in the locker room, which, you know, I mean, he's young. All kids are young. They don't know how to act sometimes, but that doesn't make
allegedly his boys have his back.
That doesn't make him any less of a player. If he can play and he wants to like shape up and he'll learn from this, if he does, then let him be. All right, let him be. Keyshawn Nixon, still a hothead, still wants to fight everybody. I love the guy to death. I mean, he's fucking great. He's last year he was leading in kick returns, like the most yards and all that stuff on kick returns. This year, I think he was first for a while. He might still be. Don't quote me. I don't know. Maybe that's something you can look up real quick. But my guy is like, they also put him at like linebacker and they switch him to like a cornerback and they put him in like all these different positions. They just like let him play the game. He's fierce, man. I love that talent on our defensive side. If we can get someone to like coach them, actually coach them to tell them, okay, here's what you got to do in this situation. Stop doing that. Do this. And like,
you'll
actually
get a new
guide
defensive
this.
coordinator this
Yeah,
offseason.
we have young guys that are just full of fire, like us, like all of us. Like when we were just like, hey, you know what? We can do anything. We can conquer the world. And that's how we felt. We still feel that way, probably, but let us cook and then teach us how to cook. You know what I mean? All right.
We
I
can't have Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
I'm going to touch on the Packers one more time. We're going to move on, but the biggest thing right now is this year being what it is. I swear to God, if we lose to the Bears, I will fucking probably run somebody over that is a Bears fan.
It's like a rundown last year. It's like a rundown 2.0. Loses the Lions at home and
you
then
heard
the
it here.
Bears.
You heard it here first, folks. Nick's plotting murder.
Oh God, now I can't murder. Thanks a lot, Aaron.
Hey, so Nick, at the up to this
point,
point,
it to yourself, bro.
Hey Nick, up to this point, from the beginning of the season to where we're at right now, where the Packers have a chance for that last wild card spot, did you believe or think that you had a chance there?
Of course I did. Yeah, because what we do since I was born in '92 is have
win. Okay.
Is have win. I mean, for the most part, minus only winning one Super Bowl that I can remember. Is cultivate good quarterbacks. I mean, that's what we do. So we have another good quarterback, another great quarterback. His stats are better than Aaron Rodgers' quarterback stats were. I mean, this guy's going to develop.
Can you imagine if the Packers signed Joe Flacco as an understudy and then Aaron or Love learned from him, like just balled out of control?
I don't know why you even talk like that. Okay,
no, just hypothetically.
I want to go back because I was talking about the Chicago Bears game, which is a big deal for me. They just beat Atlanta, right? So
yeah,
in the middle of that game, and then I was watching all these games on my fucking YouTube, and of course I had that game on to see what was happening. In the middle of that game where they're already beating Atlanta, the Bears fans, most disrespectful pieces of shit.
We
fucking
won
fans.
Feels.
No, not that. The worst part was they were chanting, "Fuck Green Bay."
Oh,
fuck Green Bay. They were also saying Green Bay sucks. Green Bay sucks.
I did see an update on my phone.
Hey! Shut the fuck up, Joe. Listen, if you're chanting in the middle of a game where you're playing the Atlanta Falcons, and all of a sudden you decide to say,
looking forward,
Green Bay sucks. Green Bay sucks. Look at the stats, bitch.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I agree with you.
Better than you.
I agree with you.
So if we suck, what does that mean?
Who owns the real estate? Does
that mean you're licking our asshole while we suck? Because I need to know. Why the fuck do you think that you can say that to us? I hate Chicago fans, man. I hate Bears fans. They're always disrespectful. They have no fucking sense of what's going on around them. They just cheer for anybody in that stupid fucking dark blue fucking uniform with a little bit of orange on it.
To add to the tip of the top here is like I saw Justin Fields was like talking shit. I saw a bleacher.
They were all talking shit.
Yeah, Justin Fields today was talking shit about Green Bay. It's like, yeah, Green Bay ain't shit. I was like, well, okay, well, he just getting a fire he can't put out.
Look at the stats, bud.
So absolutely,
regardless
I agree.
of what happens, if anyone even has a heart, like you should be like, oh, look at the fans. Like
it's not even Aaron Rodgers. I think the Green Bay Packers just own real estate in Chicago, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you want to keep talking, if you want to keep going down that fucking path,
I still own you.
I'm talking about just understand how disrespectful that is to be in the middle of a game against Atlanta where there's nothing
thinking about the next game. Yeah.
No.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
I agree with you on that. I agree with that.
That says a lot about your fan base.
That
We
that
don't- we
that
don't go-
means
we
Big
don't-
zero
that means
sense.
Jordan Love needs to throw for 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, and you need to blow out the Bears like 38-0, something like that.
My full come around before Joe kept interrupting was I would run over a Bears fan
I
after that
apologize.
disrespectful
I apologize.
after that disrespectful, kind of like what Joe did, disrespectful bullshit. Fuck those guys, man.
Murder.
They're horrible.
All
Your life's on the
aboard
line.
Mary
Oh.
Jane.
Okay.
I would
What?
say, like, at the
You
very
want to talk?
minimum.
You want to talk some more?
Yeah, what's up? I would say at the very minimum, it's like,
But Nick,
shit,
what'd you have for lunch today?
as a Packer fan, it's like, well,
Aaron, funny you
disregard
should
those
ask.
regrets.
I ate 4 fish fillets.
Ooh.
Celine
What
was
a-
like, "Hey, get rid of all the stuff in the freezer." And
There we
I was
go.
like, I looked in the freezer and there was 4 fish fillets. I didn't have to work today, so I was like,
What'd she order? Fish fillet? No.
"No, I had 4 fish fillets." She was at work. No, I'm just kidding. Jesus Christ, Joe.
All right, anyway.
Anyway, all right. I want to run down real quick after Joe already did his fucking stint on the playoffs. In the top 13, and this is including ties for wide receivers, there are 2 Packers players, Romeo Doubs and Jaden Reed. Okay, both have 8 touchdowns. They're in the top 13. You understand what I'm saying to you?
For like
top
top
13
wide receiver touchdowns?
Yes, touchdowns. There are 2 Packers players. The only other team in the top 13 with touchdowns, Sam Laporta and Amon-Ra St. Brown
Damn it.
on
Damn it.
the Lions.
Mhm.
How crazy is that? So the NFC
Yeah.
North is like producing these guys right now, and they're coming out, man. That's heavy, dude. In my
Aaron,
opinion.
put your goddamn phone down. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you not want me to look up our fucking talking points? Like, why don't you mind your own fucking business and drink your drink, Joe?
Put your phone
Jesus
down.
fucking
Unbelievable.
Joe, drink your drink. So we have we have 2 very high caliber
gosh.
players. We're in the top 13 for touchdowns. I love that. Jordan Love deserves everything that is coming to him. He's going to be our franchise quarterback for like the next
Yeah.
10 to 15 years.
Do you
No
remember
question
10
about it.
years ago? You're like, yeah, he's a wash. I mean, he's on.
He wasn't in the
interception.
NFL 10 years ago. Shut the fuck up.
10 weeks ago. 10 weeks ago. That's what I'd say.
Joe, can you just stop talking when we're doing segments? Just stop.
I know. I'm
interrupting.
trying to give you some improvement here that, like, prop you up here.
Improvement? You want me to have some improvement?
But
All right.
disregard that.
If you're still
Oh
watching
my
this,
god! Holy
Thank you.
shit, Joe.
please
for
leave
the
a
love
comment
of
below
God,
and tell
we-
Joe
like,
he needs to
we
stop
take
talking so
turns.
much.
We take turns talking. Like, stop. It's getting out of hand, man.
Out of hand.
Amen. Amen. Hammer, you said it best. Gosh, Joe, we love you to death, but also, you want to talk about Russell Wilson? Go ahead.
I
Say all
can
you
leave that
want
up
to.
for
No. Don't tell me now to talk. My words were about the Packers and all the greatness we're doing, and you just keep talking over it. So talk about Russell Wilson.
No, you're good. Yeah, I apologize about that.
We love you. We're just giving you our time, but also shut the fuck up sometimes.
Mhm.
Except for now.
Oh my god, dude.
Wait, what's going on right now? I don't know.
Are you stoned?
Russell Wilson here. I mean, okay,
Oh, wait,
why
hold
are
on. Let's and I'm gonna interrupt you. Time out. Let's talk about a fun time where we were smoking weed. This might have been actually on the podcast a long time ago. Aaron, remember that first time you came over? One of the first times you came over and we were like smoking weed.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to talk about? You want to tell what happened that day? Like the greatest, one of the greatest days.
Actually,
boy.
that's funny because I told Joe this story when he was up here a couple
he
weeks ago.
did?
But I'll tell our viewer, even though he was there. So we used to go hang out on Nick's roof a lot, and like I think it was the first time that Sean had came over too. Because I'd gone over a couple times, but anyway, we were
Workaholics.
smoking weed out on the roof, and like Nick's in the middle, I'm on the left side. I'm fucking coughing my lungs out. Sean's on the other side of Nick, and he's mid-toke, and like Nick's dad opens up the window to tell us that dinner's ready, and then he kind of just looks at us and then walks away. And then like Sean and I didn't like know how cool Randy was back then, like because I was still getting to know him. It was the first time Sean ever like met him, and Sean and I were freaking the fuck out. Like, oh my god, he's in so much trouble. Like he just kind of smoking weed or whatever. And Nick's like, you guys need to calm down. Like he does not care. Like he doesn't care. And like Sean and I are like, we don't even want to go down to dinner. Like they know we're so like So Nick's like, I'll go fucking ask him. And like so Sean and I are standing on top of the stairs and listening. And Nick's like, hey, Dad, did you see anything out there? And he goes, nope, I don't know what you're talking about. We're like, okay.
Shout out to Dad, Randy.
Shout out to Randy.
He probably doesn't remember that anyways, but it's like, fuck, dude.
No.
I was a little bit
It's one of the
scared.
good
I was
old
like,
stories
I don't
for
think he
us,
cares, but-
Yeah. We were smoking that like really cool
Bubbler.
elephant pipe that you had. Or was
Yeah,
it
that-
bubbler?
Yeah, it was that bubbler thing. No, yeah, that
Oh.
thing was crazy. It was the yellow and red one or whatever. It's like,
Yeah. I think it was cool.
yeah, we used to like be able to like hop right out of my window because like
Yeah.
the way the house was
But then
built, it was just like that's the window.
You used to have the like the awning
Scaffold.
thing.
Yeah,
the
awning.
scaffolding,
Yeah,
right?
awning.
And
Yeah,
then we had
whatever.
chairs underneath that.
That's so much fun. So back to
Nice.
smoking weed and how
Smoking
high
dope. No.
the high town, Colorado, huh? Their Russell Wilson situation, which you already knew about last week, but I mean, what the fuck is going on with Russell Wilson and these high fuckers? Joe?
Okay, thank you. I didn't know. Well, Sean Payton didn't want
All
him.
right, guys, thanks for watching.
Yeah, Sean Payton didn't want him, obviously. So it's time to out him. Yeah, that's the reality of the situation here. My hot take is he goes to Aaron. I know you hate to hear it.
Don't.
The Raiders,
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna
the
happen.
Patriots, the Vikings. I know.
Patriots, maybe.
There's like 10 different teams. Who the fuck knows at this point? We're not
He's not going to go to
speculating.
the Vikings.
We're not speculatory for sure. I mean, Russell Wilson is definitely going to go to a new team, but who the fuck knows? I mean, I'm not going to be the speculator.
Yeah, well,
Listen.
I think. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, okay, this is, as everybody knows, all three of you, this is including Pops. Everybody knows I hate the Broncos more than any other team. Like,
Hate him.
the Broncos are my Bears. Okay,
Except you wore a jersey when you were a kid, you said.
it was a house.
Whoa! I know that's
Whoa.
true. Whoa!
I didn't
Flag
know
on
any
the
better.
play. Flag on the
Whoa!
play.
Anyways, did Russell
Fake
Wilson
fan.
dirty. They did him dirty. Like,
Oh,
real dirty.
absolutely.
I'm not the biggest Russell Wilson fan. Haven't really been, but the way they handled that whole, like you tell your starting quarterback the week after you beat the Chiefs, the defending Super Bowl champions, one of the hottest teams. After you beat him, hey, we need you to restructure your contract. If you don't do it, we're going to bench you.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you do that? How?
And
Yeah.
Like, how?
Nick, before you chime in, I was like, dude, there has to be an NFL Player Association investigation involved, right? I mean,
That's what happened. That's what happened.
yeah, this is ridiculous.
The NFLPA got involved, and obviously it didn't happen until this week. But
I mean, it's
Yeah,
like,
I don't
hey,
know. I mean,
it's fucked.
don't waive this waiver clause
Yeah.
until it's ridiculous.
Wow.
Go ahead, Nick.
It's
I mean, I was saying this at the beginning of the year. Russell Wilson is trash. So
he's not who he was.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I mean,
and
accusation.
you want to talk about an investigation? Remember a long time ago when everyone was like, "Oh, Ciara or whatever, however you pronounce it, his wife." They were like, "Oh yeah, she has a penis." You remember that whole giant enormous scandal about that?
Whoa! I mean, we're
funny.
talking about another thing here. I mean, it's just like,
Yeah, that's the point. We said this was going to be like a free for all show, and you should be. Yeah, okay, I remember that. Yeah, let's talk about it. So back in the day, I think I was still living in San Francisco, and my buddy Kobe. Shout out to Kobe. You remember?
Shout
You know
out.
Kobe.
Shout out Kobe.
The guitar
Kobe.
player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got tickets because he used to work over there in San Jose when I was still going to San Francisco, and we went to go see her for some weird reason at a club or whatever in San Francisco, and I kept looking for her dick. I never
Nice.
found it though. I
Nice.
never found it.
Well,
You know
I mean,
what?
clearly-
You know what? That doesn't surprise me that Nick went to a club to no. Don't even give me that
To
fucking
find a
look,
penis,
Joe.
right?
I started talking first, and you try to talk over me. Don't even fucking give me that look. Anyway,
No,
it doesn't
I'll agree with you.
surprise me that you went into a club to go look for some dick.
Aaron, that's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you. It's like, yeah, he's going in place like look for a dick.
Oh, Joe, man! Oh my god!
Aaron, I was
I'm glad
agreeing with you. Jesus Christ!
I'm
Oh
glad that
my!
you
But
got
you're
taken
getting
off of me.
pissed.
I wasn't getting pissed. No,
You're making these hand gestures and shit.
no, I was like,
You know
I was
what?
agreeing
Fight
with you. I
Club.
was like, yeah, let's go, baby.
Jesus
Absolutely.
Christ. Yeah, you want to go see some dick in the club? Yeah, we get it. No.
Well, I mean, clearly you went to see Dick in the Club based off Aaron's consensus here. I mean,
I'm just saying, I thought it was kind of
You went
funny,
to-
and then I
Yeah.
from that moment on, I knew Russell Wilson was trash. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I was like, oh, this is the end of his career. Also, fun fact of the day. One of Celine's coworkers had her for Secret Santa. This was sick. He got her these for Secret Santa.
a Green Bay box.
Look at this.
Oh, dope.
Well,
Why?
they're not
Super dope.
the.
Shiny ass kicks, bro.
They're
Bid.
okay. They're bid.
Okay, well,
He's like, okay, well.
Joe knows how to shut down a segment if I ever see one.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true. Can we just end this
all right.
episode?
Yeah, I mean, shit. No, I kind of just want to keep talking shit about people. Let's keep talking. Who else do we have shit to talk about?
Anyone you want, Sean? I don't know who else.
Let's tell stories. Let's tell war stories. Joe,
Or
have you ever
story.
gotten laid before?
Numerous times, yes.
What was his name?
Whoa, didn't see that one coming.
I'm offended. Yeah, I'm saying, whoa, I didn't see. I second that with Aaron. Whoa, I didn't see
We
that
don't
coming.
judge. I just want to know about the story.
Well, it's not a he, it's a she, but yeah, that happened numerous times ago, so we're good.
One
on that.
time, numerous times ago. Nice. Okay.
Mhm.
So,
Well, it wasn't a she. It was a she in this narrative in terms of a he. So
in this narrative, so the narrative changes. Okay.
Are you guys drunk?
it proves the narrative changes when you decide to talk. So that's all I'm gonna say.
All right. What's wrong with the Eagles? Why do the Eagles suck? Why are
Oh,
they
okay.
on
So
the
we go
down?
from there. Oh, okay. So we go that narrative there. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, I just want to know. I'm just asking questions. Joe, why do the Eagles suck? Come on.
Well, there's two things I want to point out. I think AJ Brown's leadership or a lack of leadership has been terrible for sure. Like he's like calling people out, like he's not taking accountability.
Well, let's
Also,
talk about getting rid of him. Yeah.
also, I think coaching. I mean, we brought in Matt Patricia in week 9 to coach the defense, and the defense is still fucking trash. I think there's a whole issue with the whole organization instead of accountability from one side to the other. I think the player personnel is good. I think there is coaching questions for sure. No questions asked.
How do you lose to the Cardinals and the Seahawks? I mean,
Exactly. To the
is it a
one
fight
of the worst
birds, though?
teams.
Is it a
One
fight
of the worst
birds?
teams. Aaron, let's hear what you have to say.
Is
I
it a
just
fight-
think Jalen Hurts isn't who everybody's saying he is.
Really? Okay.
So
I can agree with that.
Why not?
he
Well,
just
okay,
hasn't been
so-
playing well.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts has 23 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. All right, as a quarterback, right, you should at least be in the market of 25 right now if you're so-called superior. How come, my question, how come you're averaging 230 yards when everybody else is up at 260, 240? Well, I guess that's not too far, but that's a bad question. Cut that out.
Also,
Joe, cut
Aaron,
that.
I want to point out like why is
Joe,
the defensive
cut that.
I got that. I got that. Aaron, why is the Eagles defense at 31st in the league the last 6 weeks?
Because they're allowing points to be scored on them. I don't know. What kind of question is that? They suck.
Cut that. No.
Cut that.
I don't
All
know.
right, well-
To be honest with you, I haven't been watching the Eagles, so I don't really have too much to say on why they've been sucking. I'm just watching highlights of them sucking. So all I see is them suck.
That's a good quote.
That's fair. And
that
that's
in
fair
there.
too.
Put that in
That's
there.
fair too. That's fair too.
All right. Where are we moving on to? This is what Joe put on here.
Opinions mostly.
What is this? NFL script writers. We're talking about the script again?
Oh,
Why?
some of the lineups, yeah.
What was the script on? Oh, there was a script. Oh, it was a good one. Son of a bitch. I just saw it. Who did the the Bears just play? No, was it the Bears? No.
Falcons.
Someone just Falcons, where he blocked the wide receiver instead of tackling the quarterback.
No.
Did you see that clip? Damn it. I gotta find it. Should have done our research before. You can just cut this whole thing out. Let's just wait a second. So that way you know where to cut it.
Good opinions mostly. Or facts entirely.
Just cut it out. Just cut all this out.
Yep.
And then we will talk about.
Are you both hammered? I'm kind of jealous.
I'm a little bit drunk.
I'm okay.
I did all my drinking last night.
Hey, there you go.
Bitch ass. We were trying to figure out where the fuck you were tonight.
I was just chilling. I needed greasy food.
Aaron, do you have a facts entirely or no?
I just have a small stat.
Cool.
All right, so we'll do I'm gonna do a clap so that way Joe knows where to end.
Yeah,
recut.
just give 5 seconds of darkness. And
Yeah,
then,
well, just cut all that stuff. Actually, I'm gonna talk. You can cut all this out, but I want to talk about the rushing stats right now, and then we'll go
Okay.
into Aaron's thing.
Okay, yeah, just give 5 seconds of darkness. And clap when you're ready.
Wait on.
Clap one more time.
All right, so let's talk about the rushing game. I mean, everyone this whole year has been like, oh yeah, running backs aren't as equal.
Boo!
Getting paid less. They're not doing as well.
Boo!
It's a passing game kind of situation. Everyone that drafted Christian McCaffrey is pretty fucking happy right now in their fantasy leagues.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
You are the
drafted
problem.
him.
Yeah.
I should have drafted him.
Well, I think you were safe to not draft him because we all know that he's been prone to injuries.
Yeah, but look what happened. Look what happened. I drafted Justin Jefferson.
And I'm in the championship playoff with him averaging 25 points a game, baby.
I had 4 weeks with Justin Jefferson.
Well,
it is what it is, right?
No comment. No, injuries are a fucked up thing. Regardless, rushing Christian McCaffrey, 14 touchdowns. You know who has more touchdowns than Christian McCaffrey?
I'm gonna take a shot in the shoot here, I guess. Kyron Murray.
Rushing. Huh?
Kyron Murray.
Like
Los
another
Angeles
running-
Rams.
Another running back?
Rushing
Okay.
touchdowns. And no, it's not Kyron Murray, it's Kyron Williams, but he still does not have that many.
Same Rams player. That's how long it take.
Oh boy.
Jesus. No. There's a couple people that do. One is Raheem Mostert on the Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
So everyone's like, okay, well, the Dolphins, are they the real deal? They've proven that they're not. They keep messing up. I don't really want to blame the defense. I think they're just very disorganized right now. Everyone's kind of running around.
I
They
agree.
had all the Mike Daniels hype and all this stuff. But he
Yep.
has 18 rushing touchdowns, okay?
Or
Josh
do you think
Allen.
Josh Allen? I was gonna
Josh
say,
Allen.
do you think
Come
the
on.
Dolphins' problem is the Hard Knocks curse?
Yes. Yes. Because their stats prove otherwise. They would be winning the Super Bowl right now.
Mhm.
Hard Knocks curse, baby. That's a good point. Shit. We
Yeah,
got to dive.
because they're doing the mid season right now.
Mhm.
Hard Knocks, and they started playing like shit when it started.
Yeah, you're right.
When
Yeah.
it aired,
Damn. Is that in the script though?
might be.
It's
I
hard
gotta
to say.
reread the script. Yeah, that's
Obi, you're fucking killing me, dude. What are you doing?
Wrap it up,
Odie
Vic.
wants you to get slammed up.
You guys are
Josh
weird.
Allen, 15 rushing touchdowns. 15,
That's
Josh Allen.
surprising. That's surprising.
You want to know what's even more surprising? Ahead of Christian McCaffrey? Jalen Hurts, dude. We were just talking about how shitty they are. Because they only have one dynamic game.
Run.
The tush push. Ever
Tush
since the
push.
tush push.
So, mhm.
Ever since it came into play, 15 touchdowns rushing. But that makes them a one-dimensional team. And yeah, like you said,
Yeah.
like you can toss it down to one guy, one fucking guy. And if you don't have that other guy, like Devontae Smith was supposed to be the guy that was supposed to support AJ Brown.
And he's injured
not.
now. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, and then Christian McCaffrey, yeah, with his 14. But still, isn't it weird that two quarterbacks? This is like the Michael Vick era all over again, except they're just not as good, in my opinion. They're just not as good. Because Michael Vick could throw.
Yeah, he was a dual
Different
threat,
dimension for sure.
Anyways, so I thought I found that very interesting. All right, guys. Let's move on. That was the Sharks' most interesting thoughts.
Let's go.
Because I can't bet anymore because I keep fucking losing my ass off. I'm pretty sure
Your own fault.
I'm pretty sure it's rigged. Everyone's been like talking about like
NFL script, baby.
Yeah. I think it is rigged. It's fucking bullshit. I keep losing games by like one fucking person doing something wrong. Anyways, let's move on to our next segment, guys, so we can close this thing up. It's called Hammering the
Stat.
Thank you. Obi and I are happy to be here.
Let's go, Obi.
Obi, hi, Obi.
I just have a quick one. It was very interesting. Obviously, we know there's been a lot of quarterback switches going around the league all year. This last week, going into week 17, 13 different teams had second string quarterbacks start.
Holy shit.
Like technically, like, second string quarterbacks. Like Aiden O'Connell, like he wasn't supposed to be the starter. He's technically the Raiders, second string. Yeah. It was obviously Jared Stidham. I thought it was interesting. Like you think about it, we've talked about it a couple times how this quarterback's hurt or this quarterback's doing this quarterback has to come in, and they're just 13 second string quarterbacks.
Or you bench your starting quarterback. I mean, that's even better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why Jared Stidham started last week. So that's it. That's my hammering the stat or whatever fun thing.
I love it. Okay.
This week.
All right. 13's a lucky number in a lot of places. You know what I'm saying? How does that play out for next year? I mean, what are those guys that get a chance to do?
I think,
are they going to be starting next year?
Obviously, there's 13 different teams that are looking at some quarterback problems. So
yeah,
so it's gonna be interesting to see like how all these different teams kind of handle their quarterback, whatever you want to call it, diversity.
That gives hope to all the guys that are like benched, like the second stringers, the third stringers. They're like, oh shit, you know what? I might actually have a chance next year. Like, look,
absolutely.
I like that. Okay, 13. Yeah, good.
Shout out.
Hammering the stats, baby.
Thank you. Obi, stop. Trying to knock over my guitar.
Why is your pussy knocking over the guitar?
Whoa.
So I'm just gonna hold it for a minute.
Joe, in case you didn't know, pussy was the name for a pussy cat. Okay.
Whoa.
Well, fortunately, I did know that. So Thank you for that
Joe, have
extra
you ever
information.
seen a pussy?
Couple of
A couple of them. All right, I like that answer.
them.
The black one running out front all the time. Crossing
Wow.
the street. Joe, we're talking about cats. Jesus Christ.
That's what
At
I'm
your
saying.
age.
It's like, whoa.
All right. Let's wrap this thing up with our facts entirely. Brought to you by the one and only Joe's Special Teams Spellery.
You get to materialize off of a hammer here. Like there is another
Materialize,
stat
okay.
that could be provided here that is not my opinions entirely, but it is. We've had over 65 starting quarterbacks for this season. Believe it or
Oh,
not.
wow.
Through week 17 as well. I think it's 62 through week 14, and then now we're at 65 through week 17 with
Did you guys
That's-
plan this out?
No.
nope. I just I just dovetailed off of his. So
All natural.
Mhm.
Oh, not true at all.
So
65.
yeah, starting quarterbacks as well. Yeah, absolutely. But my stats entirely, I was like, well, special teams. How many number one seeds actually won the Super Bowl that ranked number one in their conference from the NFC or the AFC? So special teams, I got you covered. We did the research. We got the facts here. If I can scroll through his webpage respectively here, I found an answer. Going back to 1975, the number one seed has won the Super Bowl 25 times out of 48. So
Mm.
even though the Niners and the Ravens are number one, somehow they've only won 25% of the time. Now I have another double stat for you, another double facts entirely.
Oh.
How many times has the number one faced the number one in said Super Bowl? 12%.
Yeah, I was gonna say not very high.
12%. So with the Ravens and the Niners being the number one teams, and we had the Niners playing the Ravens, during Christmas holiday weekend, the chances of them meeting up again this year looks pretty good just based off of how terrible the conferences are. But
Mhm.
statistics are showing it's not favoring them at all. The last time the two number one seeds played, it was 1994. It's been a while. And
Damn,
that's when
I
the
was 2
Buffalo
years old.
Bills lost too. So
All right. Good
Yeah.
job.
so
Respect.
long story short, it doesn't matter if you have the number one team or number one spot with the bye week, and then you have home game after home game until you get
Yeah.
to the Super Bowl. Doesn't matter.
Well, just like
Yeah.
fantasy football, like where you're like, I'm
Yeah.
like ranked third and then I lose in the first round. Like, are you fucking
Yeah.
kidding me? Yeah, fucking bullshit.
Unless
To like a sixth place.
unless it's this year because you're fucking trash, but I agree with you.
No, I'm talking about Scott's league and shut the fuck up.
Final
All right, so this is gonna be Shark's final thoughts instead of my bet, okay? I want to know, guys.
thoughts of the week.
I'm gonna ask 2 questions. Okay, 2 questions. Are both
No. No.
I want to go to bed, Joe. Can you just shut the fuck up?
I want both of you to answer this wholeheartedly. I'm gonna ask Aaron first. Aaron, who do you see in the Super Bowl?
Ravens.
Don't say Cowboys.
Probably Niners. Probably Ravens and Niners. I think it's going to be number one versus number one.
I like it. I think that's respectable.
No.
Joe, who do you think?
I'm going with a different team, my friends. Buffalo, San Francisco.
God, you are so high on the Buffalo Bills.
Last week,
Unless it's the Los Angeles Rams, but who knows? Not kidding.
And I'm gonna pick as like the deepest, craziest thing because I think 2024 is gonna be wild, and that's the way to start our year.
Whoa.
I'm going I'm going with the Cleveland Browns, dude.
Oh,
Joe
let's go.
Flacco
The
pulls off the
Browns!
miracle.
Let's go!
Let's
I
go.
love it.
He pulls
like
off the miracle. And I'm going to say that after all the years of torment, all the years of hate, even though I don't really think they're actually good, they don't even think they're that good, I'm going to pick the Cowboys.
The Browns. I love the Browns pick.
Why'd you
I love
tell
the
me not to
Cowboys
pick
pick
the
too, though.
Cowboys?
Mhm.
If you're gonna pick Cowboys, I pick the Cowboys.
Because I didn't want you to steal my thunder. I'm going Browns Cowboys. Okay, now I want to ask you this. I want to ask you this question. This is the second part of this question. Start with Aaron again. It'll never ever happen this way. But if you could pick any two teams in any conference, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be conference against conference. Who would you pick? Like, who do you think that you could see hypothetically? This is a hypothetical, total bullshit question. You can pick them from the same conference. If you could pick any two teams right now, who would you pick?
For the Super Bowl?
Yeah. If you want to say conference and other conference, then that's fine if you want to stick to it. But I'm saying you could pick like within conference, which would never happen. Who would you pick?
Oh, I think I would like to see the battle of the underdogs, Lions and Browns.
Okay. Well, yeah,
That'd
okay.
be fun. That'd be fun.
Different conference,
Right.
that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be. I mean, yeah. Okay. Any 32 teams, Joe? You're wide open, baby. What do you want?
You know, I'm going to pick two of the teams that I've been hearing consistently that teams do not want to face coming into the playoffs. It's the Rams and the Bills. These are two teams that are allegedly getting hot, teams that people do not want to see. So I'm just going to pick those two teams off of that measure. I'm going
Okay.
with it because I have
Who's
double
saying that?
confirmation. Numerous
Joe
people.
Sparich?
Rich Eisen is saying that. Stephen A. Smith saying that. ESPN Get Up is saying that. There's numerous platforms that are saying that. You do not want to see the Rams or the Bills in the playoffs. That's what they're saying. So I'm going to go with those two particular teams just
Okay.
because they're saying that.
I'm gonna pick.
I'm just saying, Nick, if I can add forward quick. Aaron,
Yeah.
just remember, everyone had the Rams under 6 wins this fucking season, and we're in the fucking playoffs. I just want to point that out, okay? So there's a
Okay.
little bit of,
Okay.
paradeness I have to do. It's beautiful, yeah. So we're not gonna get far. I understand that, but just I gotta tout my horn as long as I can.
Just to throw shit in this thing, even though they're in the same conference, if I thought that the two teams that would be like surprising going to the Super Bowl that would never happen would be the Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. Dolphins are 11-5. The Chiefs are 10-6. I think that would be a fun Super Bowl, but it'll never happen.
Well, the
No.
Chiefs beat the Dolphins on race, so we're good.
I know, but I mean, like that would be like the ultimate rematch of like, okay, let's see.
Not
who's
the Bills,
better.
the Chiefs and the Bills? No? Okay.
No, the Bills are trash, dude. We
I
just
know.
talked about how inconsistent they are.
I know. It's like, they score 30 points, and they score 3 the next week, and they score 40.
The Dolphins
I
are
get you.
inconsistent too. The Dolphins are the same fucking team, but I think the Dolphins have more to like show out with because they've already done it.
I
with the
give you
Chiefs.
that. I'll give you that. That's
Anyways,
true.
all right, guys. Thanks for watching another installment of Opinions Mostly. We love you guys. Randy, great job on watching.
Thanks,
You already won a free trip out here, but yet no expenses paid. You just have to like come out here and then
I'm sure I'll hear about this, when you come into church about how fucking long this episode is. Can you guys stop making such long episodes? Let's
we'll be like, no. Is church how you guys call it now?
no, your parents come into the casino Sunday mornings.
It's called
Sorry.
church now. I'm pretty
No,
sure that's the opposite of church. No.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. That's the fun in it.
Sinners, prostitutes. Anyways, lucky numbers, guys. Lucky numbers. 5. Name one.
4.
Aaron?
44.
5, 4, 44. Those are your lucky numbers. 3 lucky numbers for the week. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Love you. Follow, like, subscribe, whatever all this man bullshit. And then we'll see you next time.